I really don't know why I keep doing this to myself. I already don't like flying, yet I'm covering these 1 in a million cases that scare me even more. So this 2-image slideshow is exactly what it looks like. The first image shows an animation or recreation of this plane missing a very large portion of its body, and then the second image shows a bunch of people sitting in that exact same spot, and it's a real-life photo. So funny enough, I had never heard about this incident until today when my girlfriend, who's a pilot, brought it up to me. It's known as the Aloha Airlines Flight 243 incident. It happened back on April 28th of 1988 when Aloha Flight 243 was scheduled for a very simple, just hop, skip, and a jump from Hilo to Honolulu. During the first portion of this flight, things went off without a hitch and nothing appeared to be going wrong. However, once they got up to 24,000 feet at their cruising altitude, this is when an explosive decompression took place and a portion of the plane literally flew off. Specifically, a pretty large chunk of the fuselage, which is basically the body of the plane, broke off right behind the cockpit and right after first class ended, or at least around that area. And for those that don't know why this is such a big deal, usually airplanes are going to be pressurized, especially if they're commercial and they're flying at these altitudes. So when those pieces break off, the entire cabin becomes depressurized and there's a lot of air that's escaping out through whatever hole there is. Now, when this happened, the people that were sitting where the fuselage broke off were fortunately all buckled in, so none of them got pulled out. However, one unfortunate flight attendant, who was more than likely walking around, or at least not buckled, ended up getting pulled out because of the depressurization. So at this point, you have a few dozen people who are sitting on the edge of the airplane looking down at 24,000 feet, and somehow there wasn't more damage done to the plane, and the pilot was fortunately able to make a full, safe recovery. And at this point, a lot of you guys might be wondering what caused this and if there's a risk for any of the planes that you get on in the future to do this. The answer to that is more than likely no. Realistically, what caused this was metal fatigue, and back in the 1980s, they really didn't pay as much attention to regular aircraft maintenance as they do today. Today, that kind of thing is really locked down. So out of the 95 people that were on board, only one person died, and I say only in the sense that it could have been a lot worse, and roughly 65 people were injured, but fortunately they all made a full recovery. And to be honest with you guys, I am quite surprised that nobody had to be rushed to the hospital after landing for a heart attack, because even though I'm young, if I were in this situation, I would probably have a heart attack. I'm not even kidding you guys. Fortunately, this is not really something that any of us are going to have to worry about. Fingers crossed. You have a lower chance of getting into an airplane wreck or dying in an airplane than in a car. So that's a positive. Don't be afraid of flying. As always, let me know what you guys think about this case in the comment section below. Let me know what you want to see next. Also, there's a link to my Patreon in the description. There's a free and paid version where I release long form videos early. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.